There we go. Now we all fit.
Welcome to the Right Now, episode 9. We're your hosts, Valerie Ihsan,
Joanna Bartlett.
Julie Dawn.
and today we are going to be talking about getting writing done in the summer. But first, we're going to do a check-in.
And I want to talk about a little question. Do we
Oh, you want to do that
question
first?
No, we should check
Let's
in
check
first.
in first,
Yeah,
yeah.
we should do our unusual order.
How's your week been?
Okay, so I thought I got nothing done. And I got like 3 days of writing in. So it ended up, turning out to be, so not just writing, but I got lost in research. And I thought I'd be late to the show because I got lost in research, and then it was setting me back late for getting the kids up, and because it's summer, and I'm like, you guys are going to sleep in? I'm going to write some more. So I got like a really hard scene done, very like, bawling at the end of it.
That's awesome.
So it's like, okay, stop there. Because your reader should be stopping there, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went down the rabbit hole of research. And usually in about edit 3, I think I got my story done. I don't really know the ending. And then I'm going through edits on the 3rd round. And I'm like, that's it. I got my story. I know what the heck all this stuff was about. So then I'm doing some research into like ancient Egypt. Woo!
Ooh, nice.
Which was going to be a future work in progress thing, which probably I'll keep that. But I was trying to stay away from ancient Egypt for this one because I love my ancient cultures. And it's a modern story. But I can always do ancient Egypt again, several ways.
Well, and modern stories can still be influenced by ancient times. I mean, our current modern life is so.
Yes.
Or a character can be an Egyptologist.
Yeah, you can have, it can still have that influence for that. You can use that research in it somehow.
We'll see where it goes.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm finding out a lot of interesting things.
Nice.
Things
great.
I'm not going to tell you guys about because I'm going to make you read my book for it later.
There you go.
How about you?
No spoilers. So as we were talking before the show started, I was saying that I've kind of, due to one reason or another, given myself, kind of June off in terms of being productive and writing, and was thinking that I haven't really been doing anything useful other than like some house projects. I got like a list of house projects we want to get done this summer. And then I realized, oh wait, no, I actually did business planning for like the next. I figured out what my business is, what the the thrust of my work is going to be moving forward, which I have not known like this entire year.
That's exciting.
And also did a bunch of business planning for kind of like 5 years. Kind of some long range planning. You inspired me for that actually. And then I did some kind of 18-month planning in terms of the books, the offers, the stuff the courses I want to have created over the next 18 months, and also the learning and support that I want, classes I want to take, things like that over the next 18 months as well. So I need to break that down more into like, okay, quarter 3 of 2018, what are the goals but it feels really good to have a direction and to go, this is what I'm doing. This is wonderful. So I actually have been quite productive, and I'm really bad at recognizing and celebrating my successes in that way. I don't know, but I'm terrible about just taking that time to go, oh, you did this, you accomplished this, and so much, you get it done, you move on. That I need to.
Would it be helpful to you if when you're doing your planning, you include that in your planning? If I get this done, I will do this.
Sometimes, but then I make excuses for not doing it. I used to do that for exercising. I had this exercise chart that I got like a sticker for every 10 minutes of exercise, and when I got like 50 stickers, I got to go get a pedicure.
Nice. I'd be like working hard every day.
But then
for that.
I wouldn't take myself for the pedicure. I
would.
don't know.
I come up with all manner of excuses to get pedicures.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
What do you want for your birthday? Pedicure. What do you want for pedicure?
I'll remember that. Yeah. So I think that celebration piece can simply be self-pat on the back. Good job, Joanna. Like, yes, you did it. This is something you've been wanting to do or accomplish, and you have. So good job. And just take a moment to recognize it. So that, and
You
I
can even just do a little dance in your living room.
do a little dance. I won't do a little dance here. I'll spare you. Anyway, how about you? How's your week
Well,
been?
It's been fun, and I've been having so much fun on this show. I decided to start another one.
Yeah, I did. I heard. I didn't see the whole thing, but
So
what's your other show going to be about?
the nitty-gritty of self-publishing.
Oh, cool.
So every episode will be a tip on self-publishing and what you need to do. You know, the checklist I have is pretty ginormous when it comes to self-publishing a book. You all
Yeah.
know.
Oh gosh. There's so much.
So many
And there's so
steps.
tiny little things that you just don't think about doing, and yeah.
Until you go, oh wait, no, I need to.
And sometimes it's too late, like getting a Library of Congress.
You gotta do it
number,
before
and
you
have-
publish it,
Right.
and-
You can't go back and retroactive that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so all those little nitty gritties I'm gonna be talking about on the new show.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
I'm
There are
excited
a
about
lot
that,
of
and I'm
details.
working on yay. So I'm
Yeah.
working on all of the front end of getting that
All the
started.
nitty gritty part.
All the nitty gritty parts of starting a new thing.
Well,
And I've also run across this new planner. I'm excited about planners. This is the productivity planner, and Rachel Herron is a mentor of mine. She's an author that lives in the Bay Area, and I listened to both her podcasts, and she sent out an email to her list saying that this was amazing, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try too. So today's
Cool.
my first day on it. I'll let you know.
let us know how it goes. If
All
it makes
right.
you magically productive. You are productive
I'm
anyway.
kind of productive,
But sometimes just something that keeps you on track and knowing what your priorities are and that kind of thing is helpful.
Well, and we get derailed. Like you were saying, you were taking the month of June off because you just felt like you were losing focus, and
I was
had-
completely derailed
yeah.
anyway,
Right,
so I might as
so-
well just say, okay, you can have the time off, Joanna.
right.
And that way I feel better
And I
about
think
myself.
that I have been feeling a loss of focus lately, so that was the impetus behind
that's
trying
cool.
a new planner. So, all right.
So
Question.
I have a question of the week.
Okay.
A comment and question from me is something that Julie was talking about toward the end of last week's show, and I rudely cut her off because we were out of time, and that part was my job last week. Oh, it's my job again this week! Yay! Because we try to keep this from going on forever. But you had made a comment about what do you share on your author Facebook page, if you share personal stuff or book stuff or all the stuff, especially compared to your personal Facebook account. And I just thought that was a really interesting question that I would like to talk about
Yeah.
a little bit.
So, what do I share? There's crickets on my page unless there's something going on. I was, I'm going to say I was in this stage of, I'd blog something and then I'd lose a follower.
Oh.
So that was like, oh,
You're just
okay, delete that blog. Maybe there's something wrong with that blog. It's not my blog. It's you. No.
But it's true. It's helping you define your target audience. So you're only talking to the people that really want to hear from you.
So that set me back into that
It's hard.
imposter syndrome. And I've been sharing a couple things lately here and there, and then just lately I've been like, what do I want to do with my page? Do I want to show people all the crazy different lifestyle type of things that I do, or do I want to just keep it to books? And a lot of people say, you're supposed to be authentic and have something else that you're interested in other than just your books on your website. But when I go to someone's website, I don't know, I guess I just want to know kind of where they came from or where they're at, or
Are you talking about a website now or the Facebook page?
so that's for a website. But for the Facebook page, I don't know what I look for in other people's, so it's like it's hard for me to decide what I want to do with mine.
Is Facebook where you like to hang out?
It
Online?
used to be where I like to hang out, but I had a Facebook addiction. So then I left Facebook.
Okay.
And then I found out the publishing industry is on Twitter. So I was like, oh, Twitter, it's not Facebook, you know. So then I'm finally getting off of Twitter. And to me, advertising-wise, like to follow up from last show, we just did a campaign through Facebook. So we took out a Facebook ad. And now it links to Instagram. So you can have it post to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found was that all the hits were off of Instagram. So I'm like, maybe, you know, Facebook's becoming the new MySpace.
I don't think so, but
Yeah.
I do find a lot of my time spent on Instagram now. I'm on both Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And there's also a question of Facebook pages and Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some authors that are doing fan groups now instead.
Right.
And the benefit of doing a group as opposed to a page, I mean, you have to have a page if you're ever going to do Facebook advertising.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good online brochure
It's a
that you can
presence. You
interact.
should have an
Yeah, you
online
should have.
presence.
Yes, for sure. But if you also have a Facebook group for your fans, then the benefit of that is that anytime somebody posts on it, you get a notification.
Yeah, which you don't on pages anymore. Like,
Right.
you know, 5% of your likers, followers, fans, whatever, see your posts. Yeah, so the reason I think it's an interesting question, because it's one that I struggle with as well. And I also, because I have 2 Facebook pages, I have 2 Instagram accounts, because I have kind of like 2 businesses in a way. I've had my, you know, my author self and business, and then I have my professional work, which is very closely tied into the books that I've been writing and publishing.
Can you combine them?
I've been wondering about that.
Oh, I've
Would
been
make
asking her
things
that for
way
what, 2
easier.
years now.
It would make it easier, but like I think I'm finally feeling clearer on that, in the sense that because I've wanted to keep kind of a separate author self for when I write fiction.
Okay. So when
Instead of nonfiction, because nonfiction and fiction are such different markets and will
Yes.
appeal to such different people.
Yes.
And that's why I've had the 2 different ones. And I think, if anything, I just need to concentrate on one of
But
them.
I have a question.
Okay.
But-
I have an answer.
Because your butterfly book,
Mhm.
which is, what is the name? Plug it.
Butterfly Buddies.
Plug it.
It's, which I need to figure out what I'm doing with
Wouldn't
as well.
a
but
spiritually based person be interested in that story, though?
possibly, but not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Can I tell you what I've just made a decision to do?
Yes,
So
please.
I was also I don't want to have multiple Facebook accounts and all that stuff. It's hard enough to stay on
I
social
know,
media.
just one is
Hard enough, right. But I do have 2 clear, I have readers of my fiction and memoir, and I also have students now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So my Facebook page was getting littered up with classes I was doing, and I felt like the readers would be really disinterested in that, and maybe even be a turnoff, you know, and not go there.
Right.
Or it's just not what they're interested in viewing. So I started a group for the students.
Yeah.
So the Facebook page is only going to be for fans, readers of my
And
work.
you have a group for
And the
students.
group is
I actually have a
through
group. I
the
have a
students.
secret. I
A
have
secret
Reverend
group.
Joanna's secret student group
Ooh,
for my
nice.
students that
So you
are
can
taking.
just put all of your nonfiction stuff in your group and leave your fiction on the page, or vice versa, whichever.
Well, I'm not doing a lot. That one of the conclusions I've come to is that I'm not going to be doing that much with fiction right now.
Okay.
That's not like, I want to do it, but as a hobby, I guess,
Uh-huh.
as opposed to
Bread and butter.
serious author.
All right.
Or like
Uh-huh.
but yeah, and as a business, as in like I'm trying to make a living that way.
In terms of what you put on your Facebook page,
Yeah.
because they're linked with Instagram now, I would love giving myself photo challenges.
Wait, so you can link your Instagram account to your page,
Yep.
not your personal account.
You
Correct.
can- yeah,
Okay,
you
I
can
need to
do
figure out how
either.
to do that.
You can do either. You can link
Okay.
it to your personal page, or you
It-
can
I
link
can
it to your
choose.
your
Okay.
personal account or to your business page.
Right. So now I've linked my Instagram feed to my professional author page
Yeah.
on Facebook. So then anytime I post on Instagram, it automatically posts to the Facebook page. And pictures are great for
Yeah.
interaction and not selling, and because you want to have that 80-20 of 80% not selling, 20% selling or promoting your own work. So the other things you can do with that 80% are those photo challenges or whatever comics that you find, other people's books that are like your genre, you know, book reviews, blog posts. You can go ahead and you know, put that in there. Yeah. So
Have you found any benefit after linking your Instagram account to Facebook?
benefit in what way? I mean, it's easier for me.
like-
That's a benefit.
That is a benefit.
Bam.
I don't see any drawbacks
Okay.
from it. Like, I don't know what the negative would be. Some people are going to just follow you on Instagram. Some people will also follow you on Facebook. Some people will just follow you on Facebook. And
Right.
it's 2 for
Okay.
1 deal in terms of your time, your energy spent
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
Also, there's a lot of talk about when you're trying to find out who your market is, the demographic of your readers, but also I forget, there's a fancy word for it, but it's not demographic, it's
Psychographic?
yeah, I think that's what it is. So it's the things that people are interested in as opposed to how old they are, where
Yeah.
they live.
Yeah, it'd be
Right, okay.
psychographic. Yeah.
So the psychographic tribe that you're creating through your images on Instagram. So even if you're posting pictures of your kids or, you know, your
Okay.
dogs, or like your readers that read your fiction or nonfiction, whichever, are interested in the author because you're branding you as the author for the books.
But in an authentic and genuine way, because that's just part of who
So I
you
have to
are
become
in
a
your life.
superstar.
No, you don't have to be a superstar. That's
You just have to
exactly
be a
the
human
opposite of what
being.
I was saying.
All right, so we should get on with the main
Okay,
topic.
the main topic.
So, Julie, you're supposed to lead us in our main topic.
Okay, our main topic.
Yes, right there.
Okay. We are
We have a
talking
cheat
about how to get your writing done during the summer while you have kids underfoot. Do you hear mine?
They are providing the soundtrack, this sound
They are
effect,
our studio audience today.
and they're lovely. So self-care. So we've broken this into kind of 3 topics, one of which is self-care, also titled "Not Losing Your Mind." If you
I've lost mine.
once you've lost your mind, it's fine. It's just the process of losing your mind that is uncomfortable and difficult.
Yes, you can be graceful about losing your mind.
So, yeah, how do you prevent losing your mind while you have? Because it's interesting. We have children of a variety of ages. Julie, so it's with the youngest because River is now
11 months yesterday.
11 months already.
Yes.
Jeez, wow.
I can't believe it.
So you have the youngest kids, 11 and
8 and 10.
8 and 10. Mine are 11, 13, 15, and 19, and yours are
17 and 19
yeah.
and kind of gone.
Well, yeah, so it's like
Mostly.
this huge, they obviously need different
It's a flow of time.
levels of care.
But I used to have small children,
So
so
you know, they were small ones. And so,
I remember writing with them underfoot.
Yeah. So how do you take care of yourself? I go get pedicures.
Bam. So
Pretty
self-care for me with children underfoot, or at least what we're mainly talking about is, okay, your kids are home now and your routine is all shot to
Your routine shot.
And so I guess I will reserve my self-care thing is having a routine, but we're not at that part of the discussion yet. So
That's okay. You can
I
mix
can
it up
pass.
if you got it.
So I guess I try and get enough sleep. For me, I need sleep or I do not function. And which also it kind of is tied into routine as well, in the sense that I know it's the summer, they still go to bed at the same time. They don't stay up late in the summer. They still need to go to bed at the same time.
My kids have sleep disorders, so they never went to bed at a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, doing the things that I still need to do for myself, which may mean ignoring my children.
Self-care can also be just taking a deep breathing
Yeah.
moment, you know,
Yeah.
giving yourself a timeout works great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earbuds, noise canceling headphones.
And it's still 1 minute for each year year of your age, right? For your timeout.
Oh,
Ooh,
I've
yeah.
forgotten all about
Yes.
that.
I'll take a 41-minute timeout now, please.
Well, you know, when my kids were little, and this had nothing to do with summer breaks, but on Saturday mornings, I would turn on the cartoons and I would go soak in the bathtub for like 2 hours with a book. That was what I did to stay sane when my kids were home. So you could incorporate daily bathing with a candle, maybe
Whatever
some
you need to
music,
do.
whatever. Read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I do? Self-care. I got to clip my nails after like 2 months, like
that's
yesterday.
Sometimes it's the small things. No, really.
It is,
Like
yeah.
sometimes it really is little
Yes.
stuff of just taking care of yourself
Yes.
a bit.
Not giving myself a little leeway with writing.
Being
Saying,
more
you know,
compassionate.
it's okay. I'm on a good rate. Can you watch them? And Nancy would be like, okay.
Yeah.
Keeping
Frozen.
active. We are frozen. Keeping active, I think is important.
Yeah.
So whether you're going and taking a walk or taking
Which
the
is
kids to the pool while you, well,
Wonderful
I guess that's
for
not you
creativity, too.
being active because that would involve just laying on the, you know, with a book. There's a lot of reading that happens for me
Yeah.
for self-care.
I bet, like, that's my daydream is like being able to like be on the beach or next to the pool and be able to crack that book open, like, you know, back before I started working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like relaxing. But
Although one summer, a few summers ago, when I don't know, we were having I called it Camp Mummy. Oh, we've frozen.
Yeah, it's been frozen for a while, so I don't know.
But we're still says we're live though.
Yeah, so let's just
Oh,
keep
well.
going.
still going.
So we called it Camp Mummy, and it was me with the 3 younger kids who are younger. One of the things we did was have a book club.
Oh, nice.
That's
So I got like Obama books, I think, and so I was reading one book with the older kid and one book with the 2 younger kids, and so I was reading 2 books at the same time, which is fine. Oh, we're back. We're moving again. We froze on our end. Hopefully, we didn't on your end. And so I'd read, you know. So Em and I, the older one, would read, you know, a chapter a day or whatever of one book, and in theory would talk about it, and then do the same thing with the younger kids, and that was kind of cool because I got to read. And I've also been this summer making Duncan take me on walks around the neighborhood,
Nice.
and that way we both get some exercise
Nice.
and take care of ourselves that way. So
I think it's good for kids to not have anything to do either, you know, to activate their own creativity. Like, okay, this is free time. Figure it out yourself. I'm not going to leave you in anything, and then that can be the time where you can go write or relax or whatever. That too, depending on the age of your kids.
obviously,
Yeah.
can't
And
leave
the-
the
and their
11-month
needs.
old
Take
to his
care of
own
yourself,
devices.
River.
There's some
So-
Legos.
Shall we move on to
Yes,
routine? Routine. This is where I feel my best when I have a routine, and when it gets disheveled as
What?
when
Astrological sign are you?
an Aries
Okay.
sun sign. I don't know all the other stuff. I've had my chart read, but I never remember.
I'm
it.
just wondering if they are people who like organization.
No,
No,
those
not
are more
really.
Virgos.
Yeah, Aries is
fiery,
Fiery.
headstrong.
my youngest is an Aries.
So is mine. Our headbutting is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 2 rams, right? Going on.
Yeah.
They are good
great.
ones.
So, my routine that makes me feel the best is my morning routine. And so I get up in the morning and I feed the dogs, and there's always some deep breathing, some visualization, some journaling, and tea is in there too somewhere. You know, so I try to
Good
create a
routine with tea.
place. Huh?
You gotta have tea.
Yes.
Sorry.
So yeah, I think that is what's super important for me, to have that part. And if I don't have that part, then I usually feel unsettled and kind of grouchy for the rest of the day. So again, depending on the age of your children, you can say, I need to have this done. Or, you know, I would get up before anybody else got up. So I would, of course, depending on your children, sometimes you can't get up before them because they get up at 5:30 in the morning. So
Yeah.
That's my husband gets up at 5 for work. So then I help get him out the door. I wiggle out of bed to, not wake the little one. And then the dogs get their morning routine.
Mm-hmm.
I put them back in for a little quiet time in the morning and get as much writing in as possible before, the house starts rustling. So as far as like summer routine, that can be really awful for you as a writing mom, or you can find ways to tweak it. And you're like, oh my God, getting up and writing at 6:00. Well, that's the only time I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I can either stay in bed and get some sleep and shut eye that I definitely need from doing like farm work all the day before, or I can get up and do it. And that's how books get written. You get up and do it.
I think that the kids love not having a schedule in the summer, but I also think they need a schedule in the summer too.
Yeah.
Obviously looser, but you can have, okay, we're going to read together in the mornings, and then we're going to have breakfast, and then we'll have some free time that you can choose. You can choose your free time item from this list of things. And then maybe you get together for lunch, or maybe go to the pool together, or some field trip to go on together. And that'll feel good to you too, because you will have a routine as well.
Yeah, my routine's just been shot so far this summer.
I mean, I think
it's only the second week, so you got
you haven't settled into it yet.
I haven't settled into my lack of routine. Well, for me, what changes too completely is that my kids, the two youngest kids, will go to their dads for 6 weeks of the summer, the second half.
So you get all the writing done, right?
So but then I have like no routine. Like then it's like everything's in the air. We go on vacation. I go to a writers conference. So it's kind of, summer's always kind of bizarre for me, because like we have these 2 weeks, and then we have a family vacation for a week, and then one of the kids is in camp right now. One isn't. One is been with us for a while, where her mom's been on vacation, but now she's back at her mom's house, and the oldest one is, who knows what he's doing, but doesn't really factor in. So who knows? But so this brings us to the third topic.
Distracting the kids so
they don't distract you.
Harry Potter is really good for this.
Oh, because it's long.
Yes, it's long,
but if your kids don't have the attention span, then it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. I guess that's true. I mean, we don't have that problem because they, like, getting a movie for them is a treat. They don't get it too often. When we watch things, we watch documentaries. So getting to watch like a fictional movie for them. I'm surprised they don't have it completely memorized by now.
Give them a few weeks. So I have one kid in camp all day for the first 2 weeks of summer, which is kind of lovely because it doesn't start till 9. And if we get there late, I don't get any late phone calls from the school telling me my kid got there late. We're very familiar with those calls. Well, you aren't as much, are you?
What?
Getting the late phone calls.
I get emails.
It's just,
your kid was tardy.
I get a phone call and an email, as does my husband and their dad in New York. So then he'd go, Betty's been late to school a lot lately. I'm like, talk to them about it.
No, we get like letters like, you better come to school or else. And I'm like, else what? I was like, I thought I became a grown up to get away from this crap.
But so Duncan, who's 12, almost 13, is basically having at-home computer camp, which is make as many YouTube videos as he wants.
Nice.
Which is terrible. And also he's loving it.
Yeah.
He's just loving it, just being able to kind of do whatever he wants to. And sometimes he has friends over and sometimes he doesn't. And I make sure he gets fed. And that he takes me for a walk so he gets some exercise. Or he can go on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And that really frees up.
One thing I did when I was homeschooling, I got a membership to the Science Factory here if you're local to Eugene. And if you get a membership to the Science Factory, which is less expensive than OMSI, you have a number of other memberships that come along with it. So you can take family trips up to OMSI for free because you have a card that you, anyway.
Yeah.
So the Science Factory is nice because it's really small actually. And I can sit in the corner with my laptop and write while my kid goes off and does his own little sciencey things. And so he can't get lost. You know, I stake myself kind of at the entrance so I'll see him if he walks by me. And
Can't do a runner.
So that's another option too. That's another distraction. You can still write while you're there.
Yeah. And the parks in Eugene, I think they're still doing it.
Oh yeah.
Have
I used to do
fun
that.
kids
I forgot all about that.
No, it's for kids 10 or 11 and up, I think. That you can send you if they're, I can't remember what ages. Like if they're 10 and up, you can send them unsupervised.
Yes.
And people will like entertain your children for free
and give them
for
food.
hours and give them lunch.
Yes. You just drop them off and go on.
I haven't convinced mine to do that yet. I should make Duncan do it. I don't know if they've started up yet. They usually start up like a couple weeks at least into the summer.
I think this week.
We're doing the one pass through Eugene. So Eugene has the one pass and you can do all these things. So after we get up, after I get sometimes my writing time, depending on how much the house looks like a bomb. Because if the house is, like if the dishes are piled this high and I can't make breakfast, the dishes are going to win over writing. But then, we do the farm and then after that's done, so everything in the greenhouse doesn't shrivel up and die, then we have the rest of the day to distract them. So
the one pass helps. And in case you're not local, a one pass again is a $50 bus pass that includes admission fees to several places.
Yeah, a bunch of places in town, which
are
great for kids.
And cities lessons.
Yeah. Well, we should wrap up for this week.
All right.
So thank you for watching. Anybody have anything coming up? Events or classes coming up this
My new nitty gritty self-publishing YouTube channel.
Well, we'll link to
Is that live or is it?
It's not live.
No. Okay.
It'll be coming though. Watch for it. So please join us next week, Monday, July 2nd, either live on YouTube or here at Tsunami Books in Eugene, Oregon. We will be talking about plotting versus pantsing. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment section below this video. Thanks for being here with us again today. We are
Valerie Ihsan,
Joanna Bartlett,
Julie Dunn,
and we'll see you next Monday at 11:11. Now go
right now.